Hey everybody, thanks for clicking that thumbnail. Welcome to Talking Habs, and I'm going to review the game last night between the Winnipeg Jets and the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. Second game of the two-game series, and Montreal looking for their first win against Winnipeg this year. And so I'm going to give you all the details, all the goals, and all that stuff right here and right now. So let's get right into it. So it was a 7-1 win for Montreal. It was a really good game if you're a Montreal Canadiens fan. If you're a Winnipeg Jets fan, maybe not so much. So let's get into it pretty quickly. We'll start with the first period. First period, they came out pretty good, I gotta say. Both sides did. The pace was pretty good. Montreal looked stronger. They looked like this was going to be maybe the game that they would beat Winnipeg. And with the lineup changes, we had KK with Toffoli and Anderson, and this was going to be an interesting game. So let's get right into it. So first period, no scoring up until 15:29 of the first, and it is Josh Anderson back for his first game after missing, I think, 3 games. And yeah, it's kind of apropos. It's a bit of a fluky goal, and I will describe it to you right now. So on the left half wall, KK is there in traffic. He gets the puck, and he rings it around the boards. And at that time, Hellebuck goes behind the net to intercept it. But it hits the stanchion where the Zamboni comes out, so that door, and it just pops back out to right into the slot. And so Hellebuck's there. He tries to get back. He's not going to. And Beaulieu is there too, and he sprawls in front because Anderson pretty much right on his stick. Not exactly, but not far. Gets it, and he makes no mistake about it. And yeah, Beaulieu couldn't do anything about it. So it's Anderson from KK and Toffoli. So that line clicks. First goal of the game, and everybody gets a point, and it's looking good. So that's it for the first period. Not too bad as far as, I don't think the Jets were that outplayed. Well, they kind of were, but not like it's not a dominating way. They just, looked like Montreal was the better team. Second period rolls around, and that kind of changes in that this is a good period for Montreal, not so much for Winnipeg. 7:03 into that second period. Toffoli gets his 15th from Weber, and this is a risky play by Weber. Maybe 8, 9, 10 out of 10 times Weber tries this, he gets burned here, but he doesn't tonight or last night. So it's a pinch. He's at the right point, and the puck is sort of lying there. And Stastny's skating up to it, and he pinches in and poke checks the puck away just in time, because if Stastny gets that puck, he's past Weber all alone for a breakaway. So that's what was risky about it. And the poked puck goes right to Toffoli, and yeah, he's alone in the slot. He risks a perfect shot to the inside corner, and I thought he was going outside, the far side. He doesn't. He goes to the inside. Top corner, beautiful shot. You could say that's a snipe because he doesn't go where you think he's going to go with it. So just a beautiful goal. So it's 2-0 Montreal, and it's not over yet. So at 11:01, Gallagher gets his 9th from Danault and Tatar, and this is how this one happens. So there's a Gallagher shot. He's at I believe the right wall, the boards, and he takes a shot that's tipped by Tatar, and it goes wide. It hits the boards in the back and bounces out the other side, and it goes to Danault, who's at the left circle. That's the left circle, facing Gallagher, who's at the side of the net. So a nice pass through that, and Gallagher makes no mistake. Except this is the funny part. That's the goal, right? Yeah. So Hellebuck's bought into that, right? So he's over on that side where Danault is, and he comes across the seam, and Gallagher's got this open net with Hellebuck trying to sort of move over, and he fires his little shot, and he misses the open side, but he doesn't miss the net. He puts it through Hellebuck's 5-hole. of all things, right? Open net, and yet he puts it through the 5-hole on the goalie. So, because Hellebuck's trying to get back, and as he turns to it, he's trying to close his legs on the shot, and not in time. Anyway, just interesting that he doesn't hit the open side of the net. So it's 3-0. 4.5 minutes later, a similar goal by the same trio. Genoa is, yeah, that's what it is. So there is let me see if I remember this because I didn't write it all out. I'll just say that the puck somehow gets to Danault in a similar way from behind the net. He's at the left circle, but this time he's facing the boards and Gallagher's to his back. And he just takes a look, and instead of spinning, because they called it a spinorama, I don't think it was. Instead of spinning, he looks, he finds Gallagher, and he just whips his arms back with the puck, right? So a backward across his body, right on the tape. Like right on the tape. I don't think you could ask for a better pass from anybody, and Gallagher just has to sort of shovel it to the net. Sort of like he just redirects it basically to the net, and yeah, so that's their 4th goal, 2 in a row. Gallagher gets his 10th, and it chases Hellebuck. So they replace Hellebuck with Brossoit, and Brossoit comes in, and at 16:05, Armia gets his, I don't know what goal, because I forgot to write it down. I don't know how I missed that. But so Armia gets a goal from Drouin and Suzuki, and this is how it comes out. Suzuki is coming in with Drouin. They cross the line. They're really tight together. Suzuki starts to break away, but drops it back to Drouin. Now, the Jets aren't playing really good gap control on this play. There's a lot of open space in there, and Armia's on the other side, also skating into the net. Drouin finds him with a nice cross-seam pass, and how does he score? I think through Brossoit's 5-hole. Brossoit doesn't get set properly. He's cold. He comes in cold, and yeah, so it's the 5th goal of the night. Armia gets his whatever goal. And yeah, it was bad gap control by the Jets. You could see there was a lot of space. The Habs players had plenty of room. So yeah, and that ends the period. 3rd period comes around, and at 4:20, love the number. At 4:20, Byron, who was, I thought, supposed to be scratched, and Lehkonen was supposed to be in his place. I don't know what happened. Maybe the person who I read it from on Twitter had it wrong, but Byron is in there. He gets his 2nd goal, and this is how she happens. There's a lot of pressure on the Montreal zone, so the Jets are in there. They're trying to get the puck out. Puck comes to Evans down in the right circle. And to relieve the pressure, he doesn't ice it, but he gets a shot on net. So he gets it on the goalie. As he's taking the shot, Byron races in. So Brossoit gives up a rebound on it. And Byron's there, and I think the puck was on its edge. I'm not sure of that, but it just looks to me like it was. And he kind of just swipes at it with his backhand. A nice swipe, and beautiful backhand beats Brossoit either through his arm or over his shoulder or something like that. And yeah, he gets a 2nd from Evans. And now we're up, 6-0 at that point. So there we go. 7th goal. Next one is by Petrie, his 8th, from Tatar and Gallagher. And this happens like this. Petrie's got the puck right point, and he walks the puck down the line and just takes a shot at center ice. And it's kind of a wrist shot, but a lobby one. Goes up, and it's kind of like he lobbed it there. But and either it had eyes on it because it gets all the way through the traffic, or it glances off of the arm of one of the defenders, changes direction a little bit. I don't think Brossoit gets it either way, whether it hits the guy or just goes all the way through. I don't think Brossoit gets that. So it's Petrie's 8th, like I said, from Tatar and Gallagher. And then, well, they didn't want to give Price Price doesn't get the shutout. And the 8th goal comes at, what time? 11:14. Perreault, he's in close. Price is down. Shot comes in. He gives up a bit of a rebound. And Perreault is right in close, untouched. And Price sprawls over trying to get it, but he's got a good empty side of the net, and he puts it in the puck there. And he breaks the shutout. It's 7-1. There's like 8 minutes and change left, but they're nothing. They can't really mount a good attack. And it ends up that way. So Good game by Montreal. Really good game by Montreal. And 28 for 29 in shots, saves, I guess. So let me say it properly. Price saves 28 of 29 shots for a .966 save percentage. That ought to get his numbers over 900 now. So good game by him. Hellebuck, 15 of 19 for .789, not very good. And Brossoit saved 6 of 9 for a .667 save percentage. So both goalies, not great tonight, last night. Shots on goal, 29 to 28 for Winnipeg, so they outshoot us by 1. Here's the big stat. Well, I circled the .966 because that's a great number. And second game in a row in the faceoff circle, Montreal has beaten the Jets 57% to 43% this time. Last game it was 59 to 41. So Montreal, are they getting better in the faceoff circle? Let's hope so, because that will go a long way for this team to be getting more wins, right? Being better in the faceoff circle. Winnipeg 1 for 2 on the power play. Montreal 0 for 1. 21 hits for Winnipeg, 17 for Montreal. Habs stars of the game. Phil Deneau for that beautiful backward pass. Beautiful. He had a good game. Didn't get a goal, but he had a good game. He gets third star. Brendan Gallagher, 2 goals, 1 assist. Hustling, skating his ass off last night. Quick transitioning the puck. He was moving last night, Gallagher, on a couple of times. I mean, he was just boogieing out there. So he gets second star. Price, I'm giving Price first star. He had a good game, not spectacular, but a good game, and hopefully Carey Price is back. So I did that to show that's his stats. I didn't want to write him again. Honorable mention to everyone else on the team. This was a good game by everybody on this team, and they get the honorable mention here. And let's go into my thoughts on it. A bad game by Hellebuck and Brossoit. And I think the Jets overall, it wasn't a great game by them. So I think that's a really big reason for this win. What I mean by that is, yeah, well, this was a really nice win, a big win by Montreal, but don't get too excited to say Montreal, yeah, now they're ready to take on Toronto and they're going to be... No, this was a bad game by Winnipeg, so Montreal's win has to be tempered by that. Yeah, I think there's good things going forward. I think they're going to start winning more, definitely, but you know what I mean? This was a bad game by Winnipeg. Got to take that into account, in my opinion. Price was good. Price was good last night. He wasn't spectacular, but he was good. It was like watching the old Carey Price, where you weren't nervous about shots coming in, where you weren't nervous to hear that Carey Price is playing. That's what he looked like. So is he back? Question mark, because it's one game. Let's see. New coach Sean Burke. Looks like it's paying off with him. It's only been Zoom calls and coaching, but it looks like it's starting to pay off. Can only get better if that's the case. And when he gets here finally, I'm looking for good things to happen. KK stepped up in his new role. He stepped up big time. He was good at the dot, won his first 8 faceoffs, solid all around, and physical play. He was just good all around, looking like the potential #1 center that he was drafted to be. So first time maybe in his career, he got the ice time, he had the wingers, and he looked worthy of it. So great to see that. Kulak and Romanov, best pair last night? I think so. Third pairing, so they didn't face the best, like the top competition or top opposition, but they look good. Thing is, they're both puck-moving defensemen. They need to split up. We need to start pairing. And I think this will happen. I think it'll happen. I think Ducharme first of all, he got them used to the new system. Then he made changes on the offense, on the lines, and I think the defensive pairing changes are coming in the next game, 2-3 games, something like that. I think it's coming. He's going to change it up, and he needs to. Got to match puck movers with defensive D. Got to do it. Dom's 5th game as a head coach for Montreal Canadiens. I said when he got hired, or when the change happened, and they lost that first game, and everybody was shitting on this coach and fire and change. I said, give the guy 5 games. That's what I said. Give him 5 games. I'm going to give him 5 games before I criticize. And this is the 5th game, and there's no need to criticize what I saw last night. And if they can keep going forward like this, well, that's it. You got to give a new coach some time. 5 games. I had it. It was a lucky guess, but you have to give them some games. If you don't, you can't shit on them after 1-2 games. I mean, that's just not fair, number one. So yeah, things are coming around together, I should say. That's what I wrote anyway. Things are coming together, team looking like in the first 10 games. And they're looking like they were in the first 10 games. Now granted, they played some weaker opposition at the time. Edmonton is looking better these days, and Vancouver is now too. So next 2 games are against Vancouver. It might not be as easy as we thought, but they're looking more like that team, and let's see if that goes forward. They played a full 60 minutes, and guess what? They dictated the play. This hasn't happened. They haven't played 60-minute game since the beginning of the season, and they haven't dictated the play since then. And this was a big fault, I think, of Claude Julien, that he wasn't doing that. He was not letting the team dictate the play, but he was allowing the other team to dictate it, and they were playing whatever style they had to. And I think this is a better situation where you're playing full 60 minutes, you're dictating the play, and the results were there, and it was a really good result. So there you go. There's my video. If you liked the video, give a thumbs up. If you have any comments, leave in the comment section. If you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, what you think of the game, what you think of what I said here, let me know in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. That's down there. Ring that notifications bell, and that'll get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge right here at Talkin' Habs. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Please stay safe out there. That didn't come out right. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you next video, next live stream, all that good stuff. Next game is tomorrow on Monday. I know everyone thinks it's Tuesday. Monday, 10 p.m. in Vancouver. Go Habs, go. See you there, boys. Bye, everybody.